Alright guys, welcome back to another Opera Omnia video where we are taking Ramza into a recent Shin Ryu. Now, this Shin Ryu is a part of the Crevasse event that dropped in JP last week. And so because of that, I decided, you know what, since, both Shin Ryus pretty much like match up to where current Shin Ryu is right now in JP, I figured let's go ahead and use one of the Crevasse fights and showcase how Ramza is currently doing in the game. Now, I do have Neon and Noctis in the team with Ramza. Now, some of you guys may note that Ramza may not be needed for this team comp because of the fact that Neon does offer the rainbow numbers to the party so long as the debuff stacks that is on the enemy is at max stacks, which, you know, it is very much understandable. The only time where I would say that Ramza is actually most helpful is actually at the beginning of this fight, because of the fact that when I compared my original run against these enemies compared to having Ramza, because in my original run I did not have a support character. Everybody was just pretty much straight up DPS and that's it. And like I noticed the difference in the brave damage that I was doing. But currently right now, if you are looking at the gameplay, you're gonna notice that the brave damage is actually at a pretty good rate. Like we're doing like 5-digit numbers because of the fact that Ramza is in the team. And so with the auras that he has in his overhead, with his BT effect providing some pretty good auras, in my opinion, I do still feel like Ramza can still be used in certain team cons, but the number one thing is it really depends on the fight, because you know, with a lot of the recent Shin Ryus that we had in JP, a lot of these bosses do have you know, the obvious like a buttload of HP. But the other thing is going to be boss mechanics. Like, boss mechanics has definitely been increased in a lot of these Shin Ryu fights, especially, let's say, take example, the latest 6 Warrior Quest that we had in JP. That fight did have some pretty good boss mechanics that we had to, like, work around and whatnot. And, of course, we do have FR Echo, which is, like, the most broken thing in the game currently, which Glowboy is going to be getting very, very soon. But, you know, having one character that does not have Force Echo, actually does make the style of, like, at least for my gameplay style, I feel like I do have to go a little bit different, because like I'm so used to, you know, building up the gauge, you know, spamming FR echoes, making sure that I choose the right FR, you know, so on and so forth. But to actually only have 2 characters with FR echo and then having Ramza to pretty much you know, grant me a good amount to the HP damage bonus with his skill 2, which you will see later down in his gameplay, then you know, it does actually make a little bit of a difference. So I'm just like, okay, you know, I actually have to care about the number of actions that I have on my while the force time is active, compared to before, where it's just like spam FR Echo, you have 500% plus on the HP damage bonus, and then you just go into the BT phase. So I do have to play a little bit differently, but overall I do think that Ramza is still very much solid, and I cannot wait till he actually gets his FR and a rework, because I do feel like he needs a rework. Like 100%, with how good his aura is and why I still feel like they still are some very strong auras. I do feel like Ramza has aged pretty well as a character. So I would say that Ramza can definitely still be used in a good amount of team comps, depending, again, just depending on how said Shin Ryu fight is going to be. Now, if you did not see my community post from earlier this morning, I made a post stating or asking you guys which characters would you like me to use in like some of like the most recent Shin Ryu fights, and a lot of you guys, at least like the most top voted comment was actually for Ramza, which is why I decided to bring him into this fight. The other character that came right behind Ramza was Cloud, so I'll probably upload a gameplay later down the line using Cloud. I wanted to do something a little bit different, you know, to try to, you know, meet my daily upload of DFFOO and whatnot to the channel and all that good stuff, and you know, kind of, you know, play around with like different characters, and like not like the normal characters that you would just like spam FR echoes the entire time. Now, there were a couple suggestions where I'm just like, I don't know if I can make that work, or I just did not have the their kits, or they are not fully built, whatnot. Like take example Jagron, which is everybody's favorite in the channel. I do not have his BT on my main account, nor do I have it on my second account, so I won't be able to showcase how he is currently doing in the game. Another character was Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh, you know, which in my opinion, he's a very fun character to play around with, like with the whole RNG, with his changed HP command after he uses LD. You know, I could definitely see some dumb crap happening with all of that, but like he definitely needs some type of rework at some point for us to be able to use them. So and the fact that like Ramza is able to pretty much like hold his own and still provide some pretty strong ores, in my opinion, I do still think that Ramza has aged pretty well, almost about or maybe even better than Kane, because you know Kane, I mean follow-ups and all that good stuff, but at the same time I think it's about time where Kane gets some love, and hopefully whenever he does get his Force Echo, they will increase his HP damage bonuses to his conditions by a dramatic amount. But we'll have to see later down the line. I mean, as a DPS, I mean, I could probably use him like going into the BT phase, because he definitely has a very good amount of HP attacks within his kit. So if I probably like FR Echo, I could probably make him look pretty good. But I think as of right now, you know, it just, I don't know, I guess depending on what you guys want to suggest me using down in the comment section below, which is going to be the next thing. If you guys want to suggest a character that you want me to see using a Shin Ryu fight, whether I go into the BT phase or not, it doesn't really matter, because as long as they put something, as long as they contribute to the team, in my opinion, that is more than enough for me to be satisfied with said character. Because in this run right here, you're not going to see me going into the BT phase with Ramza, just because like he does not, well, with the amount of HP that these two bosses have, he does not have enough juice within his kit, enough HP attacks to be able to go into the BT phase and like destroy the enemies. Which, I mean, spoiler alert, I do not actually kill these guys in the BT phase whenever I jump in with Neon. So, but yeah, you know, it's just, there's a lot of things that you have to look at, and I wish I had the extra time to be able to add commentary to my JP runs. But you know, like when I do record my JP runs, normally I am at work or it's super early in the morning, and I really can't commentate on this. So there's a lot of things that I would love to say about a character that I feel like a lot of players or viewers might be missing out about, or just like in general about the fight, just anything in general about whatever it is that releases and whatnot. You know, like with the content that's going to be dropping this week for JP, we do have Braska, who's going to be getting his BT. You know, everybody already knows like Braska was due to at release, but hopefully now with his BT, now that it has Party Fire enchant, hopefully it'll be something that can actually be worth using. You know, it could be a character that can actually be used in future Shinryu fights. Same goes with Ace. Ace is going to be getting his FR, and I really hope that they make him busted as hell. Like what the number one thing that I'm wanting to get out of Ace is for his traps to gain additional HP dumps. I really hope that at the minimum it gets 3. If it gets 2, I mean, it is what it is. But if it does get 3, I'm gonna be very happy. If they increase it even more, that would be so awesome. But we're gonna have to wait and see until they drop the banners and the event, which is going to be Ifrit Spiritus, which is going to be interesting. Which I am curious to see what they are going to do in terms of the buff that Ifrit grants, which is the HP damage cap up. I'm curious to see if they are going to increase the percentage on that or not. We're gonna have to wait and see. We don't know anything yet. Nothing was found from the data download from the last event, so everything is just up in the air. So we're gonna have to wait and see. But overall, though, I do think that Ramza, he can still contribute very much so. Again, just depending on like what fight, what's going on with said fight, said boss mechanics. Because again, like boss mechanics are, you know, they are really like putting the effort into a lot of these boss mechanics, whether you believe me or not. Like they really actually are putting the effort into it, and so like there's actually some times where it's like, oh, I can't echo spam just like that. Like I actually have to be careful about mechanics. Okay, well, this is gonna be different. I'm gonna have to play a little bit differently. I'm gonna have to plan this out, you know, so on and so forth. So I mean, this is why I wish I could add commentary to my JP runs. But like I said, you know, your boy is either working or it's super early in the morning, and I can't really talk because I don't want to wake anybody up at home. So, but yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think. Again, if you want me to use a character for another like video like this, do let me know down in the comment section below. And if the character has already been commented, make sure to hit the I guess what is it, thumbs up on that comment, so that way it'll increase, or the votes will increase with that comment, or whatever they call that mess. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm gonna let the rest of the gameplay finish off, and if you guys enjoy it, don't forget to like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one.
そこだ。せい。遅い。仕上げ。どうだ。もらった。火炎を。耐えられる。まだまだ。僕に任せろ。 少しは成長できたかな。